afternoon and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. So it has been announced from several sources, of course, Prince William had spoken out the other day against BBC and Martin Bashir, that they used many devious and deceitful tactics to trick and kind of force Princess Diana into that bombshell tell-all interview that she did back in 1995 with Martin Bashir. It has been said through her brother, Earl Spencer, that he felt he had a former security guard was selling secrets to the press, and they were afraid that if she didn't sit down and interview and work with them, that all this negative information was going to be leaked to the press. It was going to destroy several members of her family, from her brother to Prince Charles. And so when Diana, they chased her for 2 years to do an interview and she declined. It wasn't until Martin Bashir had faked some bank documents where it was pretending, where he was insinuating that a former bodyguard who worked for her brother, Earl Spencer, was getting payments from an unnamed source for selling family secrets. Of course, there was, I believe, no less than 38 lies that they told Diana over a 2-month period, where she finally decided to sit down with Martin Bashir. They also played into her paranoia. At the time, Princess Diana and Charles were legally separated. This was shortly after Charles had done his interview where he had discussed his infidelity, his love for Camilla. Princess Diana at this time was extremely paranoid. They fed into her fear. She thought she was being, targeted. She was being followed. She thought her house was being bugged. So now they're presenting to her all this information saying, yes, you're right. All these things are happening. And look, these people are being paid off and people are spying on you and they're selling secrets. And supposedly there was a really bad story about Prince Charles and the kid's former nanny, Tiggy, where apparently they had a love relationship. They were saying that she became pregnant and had an abortion, unwanted pregnancy. There was a lot of information they were trying to scare Diana with, telling her all of this stuff is going to get out to the press. Your house is being bugged. She was extremely vulnerable. She was separated. She was going through a lot, and they preyed upon her fear. See, a lot of people, when Harry and Meghan did that Oprah interview, they're like, well, Diana did a tell-all. Charles did a tell-all, so what's the big deal? Harry and Meghan, they're just doing the same thing. No, it's really not the same thing. Even though Princess Diana and Charles separated, and she admitted during the interview that she's never going to be queen, Diana still had a lot of respect for the royal family. Even though they'd done her dirty, even though they weren't there for her mental health challenges when she was having her eating disorder, she still held Charles, the father of her children and the future King of England, in high regard. She respected the Queen, and she was not sitting there trying to take down the royal family because she had her son Prince William, who is going to be future king, and Prince Harry to think about. She put her children and the royal family before her own needs. She was scared because she knew that, she's a lame duck. She had to be careful of what she said. That was a given, but he came in and played into her fears and insecurities, and her brother convinced her to do this tell-all. When Harry and Meghan sat down with Oprah and said, the royal family is racist, they cut us off financially, we want to step back from the royal family and have them support our lifestyle. Those are two overprivileged people crying because they can't have their cake and eat it too. They want to be able to go out and make money and chase all of Meghan's Hollywood dreams, and they don't want to have to do the pomp and circumstance of being, civil servants in tiaras. They don't want to play by the rules. They want to modernize the royal family. They want to pick and choose what I want to do, and they want to live the limelight according to them. Diana was not about going out and selling to the highest bidder. She wasn't trying to get a Netflix or Spotify deal, a book deal. She wasn't trying to do this bombshell interview to get back at Charles. She did it to protect him from these dirty secrets supposedly being aired. Now, did she tell her truth? Yeah. Did she lay some bombshells? Yeah. But Charles did it first. Charles was the one who did the interview first and said, hey, I cheated on her and I've been in love with Camilla. So I believe Diana was justified in giving her truth, but it was different. She didn't go to Oprah and say, okay, Oprah, I'm ready to spill the beans. Harry and Meghan, on the other hand, cry wolf, cry victim, cry race card, and say, oh, poor is us, the press is so mean to us, and then every 5 minutes they're on TV selling out the death of his mother. They're selling out Princess Diana to the highest bidder. William lost his mother too, and you don't see him crying, right? You see him following duty. So when Diana did this interview, guys, it was not out of spite. She did it out of fear. They played into her fears. And Martin Bashir befriended Princess Diana for 2 months. He went with her on a 5-hour drive. He cooked for her. She thought she was talking to a friend, a person she could trust. I am sure if she found out that she was lied to and that none of those things were really happening, she may not have sat down and done that interview. She wasn't giving that choice, unfortunately. She really was innocent. I believe Princess Diana was really the only true victim of the royal family. They were not there for her when she had an eating disorder. She was barely 19 years old when she married Charles. Harry was raised with a loving mother. He was giving a lot of wealth, pomp, circumstance, special privilege. After the passing of his mother, the press left William and Harry alone. They left them alone as children. So he was able to really live a good life as the spare to the heir. He didn't have the same responsibilities as William, right? So Harry really did live a really nice, privileged life. Now, was it perfect? We don't know. We don't know what their family dynamic is. But I do believe Charles stepped up in his best ability to be a father. So I just find this whole thing very interesting with Diana. I think she was the true victim. Martin Bashir, I believe they used a lot of tactics to win over her for this interview. Now it has come to light that there was an investigation and BBC kind of hid it. And now Prince William is doing press releases calling out BBC and Martin Bashir. What do you think, guys, of this bombshell that's come out over 20 years since this interview? Will there be justice for Diana? Leave your comments, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please like, share, and subscribe. And please check out a list of some other royal commentators that I really enjoy. Check out their channels below. Thanks, guys.